Hey, I'm Austin with WolfPac-Outdoors, and I've set out on the Pacific Crest overland route to find and explore the last few remaining wild places in California. Join me as I take you on a tour through Bodie Ghost Town and finish Section 3 at Mono Lake. Welcome to my adventure. Welcome to Pacific Crest, the series. California. Episode 2, The Passage. Proudly presented by Norworld Australia. When your adventure demands built to last, demand a Norworld. In association with 4-Wheel Campers, find your adventure. And from viewers like you, thank you for your continued support. Good morning, welcome to day 6. So today we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna just jam down to the Bodie Ghost Town State Park, travel to Mono Lake. Then we need to beat feet all the way up to 4-Wheel Camper headquarters in Woodland. And then I get to meet up with Isaac and Shannon today. Those guys flew all the way from Australia to be here and to go to this Overland Expo and to install my new tray. I couldn't believe it. I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. Yesterday was a rough day. In a sense, like I was pretty emotional that morning, feeling depressed. I was down. I was really feeling like I bit off more than I could chew, trying to do this whole expedition solo and film it. I was just overwhelmed. You know, and I kept reminding myself that this is serving a bigger purpose. My aha moment came while I was sitting atop the pass on Bertram Flat Road. Standing up there, looking out upon the world, it literally looked like a trail of ants, the cars driving on the road down below. It gave me the unique perspective, being able to step outside of that and realizing we put ourselves in these systems that mute the adventure side in ourselves, that mute the explorative. For me, awareness and consciousness is expanded with exploration. Hopefully there's one person out there that's watching this, seeing this and saying, if this guy can do it, I can do it. It doesn't take a lot of knowledge to be out here. It just takes a lot of enthusiasm and adventurism, spirit, I guess. Adventurism. I don't know what you would call it. I don't even know if there's a word for what I'm thinking. Filming kind of makes me feel like this constant observer of myself. Well, the Bodie Ghost Town ain't getting any younger, so we might as well get to it. Day 6. Here we go. Ha ha! Welcome to Bodie, an authentic ghost town located in the hills of the Sierra Nevada mountains in California. Not too far from Mono Lake, Bodie is a reminder of just how wild the West once was. What we see today is only a glimpse of once was a thriving gold mining town. Today there are 168 remaining structures in Bodie, and many consider this the most authentic gold mining town of the Old West era, in a stark contrast with other ghost towns like Calico or Jerome, which frankly have become commercialized. This remains a place frozen in time where you can see mostly authentic structures from over 160 years ago. Roofs and such do get repaired, but mostly everything else is left to rot. The town of Bodie was named after Waterman S. Bodie, who discovered gold here in 1859. It started with about 20 miners, and due to other strikes in the area, Bodie's development started slowly. In 1861, a mill was established. Then, the town began to find its legs. It looks like people throw coins or something like, you know, there were coins and money in the church, and then behind this fence here, there's more coins. It's interesting.
In 1879, Bodie was a thriving, bustling place containing some 600 to 800 buildings and a population of around 10,000.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Let me walk outside and sit in this box. Take a duke. It's just a little different than how we do things now, right? These were different times. You just in a box.
The problem with mining towns in those days is that they're known to attract everyone, from those seeking to earn an honest living to those who were drawn to the potential for crime and easy money. As the town became home to brothels, gambling halls, and a whopping 64 saloons, the lawlessness within the town continued to grow until the crime rates were unmanageable, and holdups, robberies, and even murders became an almost daily occurrence. These are the things that fueled Bodie's incredible Wild West reputation. In 1892, a disastrous fire destroyed much of the town, followed by another fire in 1932, which led to the destruction of nearly 95% of the town's buildings. This, coupled with the Great Depression and Prohibition, is what sped up Bodie's downfall and led to a steep decline in its residents. Despite the town's steady decline, some of the residents chose to stay behind until the last mine, Lucky Boy, finally closed.
I feel fair.
By 1950, Bodie had become a ghost town. And in 1962, Bodie became a California historic site. To this day, it's still believed that the ground under Bodie Butte still holds over $75 million in gold. But we may never know this because the tunnels were caved in by earthquake and water infiltrated the ground. Strolling through these streets really provides a glimpse into what life must have felt like back in the old west town of Bodie, California.
People the world over return to visit it in ever-increasing numbers. It is our heritage, part of the reason why we are what we are. For nowhere else in America can a person journey back in time so perfectly to a Wild West mining camp as in the true ghost town of Bodie.
After Bodie, it's time to put the foot down and get to Mono Lake. Here we go. The road to Mono Lake is filled with giant views of the Sierra Nevadas, and just over those peaks lies Yosemite. Through this section, I'm realizing the contrast of where I've been to where I'll be headed. Coming from the snow-covered mountains in Northern California, through the lush valleys and the foothills, it's finally starting to turn into more of an arid region with desert-like characteristics. Finally making it to Mono Lake, I had a perfect view of how beautiful it really is.
Yes, we finally made it to Mono Lake. This place is gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. And we are right on schedule, unbelievably. Through all the trials and tribulations and ups and downs and hard miles, lost time, we actually made it. I'll see you guys up at Four Wheel Camper headquarters in Woodland to meet up with the Norweld guys, Isaac and Shannon. Here we go. Got the power glasses on, so it's time to ride. Over the last 6.5 days, I've traveled over 700 miles off-road and 400 miles on. But there's no time for a break if we're going to make Overland Expo West on time. Join me next time as I meet up with Isaac and Shannon of Norweld, Australia. We're going to install my tray, and then I'll be rallying back to Mono Lake to set forth on Section 4 of the Pacific Crest Overland Route. As always, thank you for joining me. I'm Austin with WolfPac-Outdoors. I'll holler at you later.